Okay, everybody, Steve McKee here. Guess what? I've got someone very special in my studio. I have Dana Knowles. Dana, how are you?
I'm wonderful today. How are you? I was just in the neighborhood and thought I'd drop in.
See, Dana lives on the other coast, but she's out here in Lake Tahoe, and I'm so happy to have her in the studio. And she's so tall, I have to sit on a couple books here. You don't see them, but I'm sitting on some books. Okay, seriously. Okay. What's really fun, Dana's been an inventor for how many years?
Probably 60, seriously for about 25 years.
Okay. Well, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And she's been very successful. In fact, she's got a product right here. Show it. James is going to show it up on the screen. And what does it do?
It's the hanging shower caddy. First of all, it keeps the shower curtain from blowing in, but second, it holds all your stuff behind your shower curtain, hides it out of sight. So when anybody's going to use your bathroom, all your personal items are behind the shower curtain.
Okay, wonderful. But what we really want to talk about is something a little bit more serious.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Here we go. You guys, how many people are looking for companies that need us inventors? You see, I've known Dana for probably at least 10 years, and I know that she's fearless, and I know that she knows this process, and I know she knows how to license ideas, but I wanted to build a program that allowed us inventors to connect with companies that are looking for ideas. And I knew I needed one person that could make that happen for me. And I called who?
Dana.
I called Dana. Now, let me tell you what's so great about it. You guys, I know you're looking for those companies that need ideas from us. And I know that I needed someone that was fearless. I needed someone that would call those companies and bring them to us inventors. And Dana, you've done a great job, I have to say.
Thank you.
I know. And what's really amazing, we call it bridging. You coined the name, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
And what's the name of it?
Bridging the gap.
Okay. Because there is a gap. There's companies that want ideas, or companies that need ideas from us, and inventors that have ideas, but for some reason, we're not connecting. And so what Bridging the Gap does, and it's a program that we have at InventRight, is where we bring on companies twice a month to a Zoom meeting to meet with all the students. And what's really incredible, these decision makers show up. They're really nice, and everybody gets to meet these decision makers for the first time. And what happens?
Well, we find out what the company is, what brands they have, what they're looking for, what they're not looking for, the price points that they're looking at, the materials they want to see products made in, how they want us to submit ideas, how they don't want us to submit ideas. And then, of course, if one of our students are creating in that space, they show it to their coach, and then if they both agree, the coach and the student agrees that it's a good fit, then we say go ahead and we'll pull the plug and you send the idea over to that company.
Yeah, exactly what happens. And let me tell you what I love about this process. The inventors get to meet these decision makers, and they realize they're just people. Right, they're just like normal people, and they need ideas. And these companies are actually giving their wish list of what they're looking for. So imagine that you're with a group of your peers, other inventors, and this company comes on and says, "Hey, look, there's no gatekeeper. There's nothing here. This is what I want. Could you please send me a good idea?" It surprises everybody, and we're seeing so many ideas that are getting licensed. And it's a new program called Bridging the Gap. Dana's the one. Dana, can they find you on social media by any chance?
Of course. LinkedIn, Dana Knowles. Facebook, Dana Solitz Knowles. But absolutely. But I want to talk too really quickly about how I get these companies on.
All right.
When I first became an InventRight student in 2017, I was scared to death to pick up that phone. Oh my gosh. I would rather go get a root canal than pick up a phone and call a company. But it's practice, it's persistence, it's consistency. It's about having a script in front of me. I still have a script in front of me when I'm calling these companies because I don't want to be fumbling over my words and sounding like an idiot. And it's just about, doing it, calling, and then eventually you get good at it.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let's talk about this for a minute. Because I know everybody's out there that you want to reach out to these companies. I know you're a little nervous about it. And I know you're like thinking, what do I say? Am I going to mess up? Dana, how do they treat you when you call them? the companies?
They treat me great. In fact, I when I first started calling companies, I remember accidentally hanging up on somebody, and then they called me back. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. There's no two ways about it. And I think if we make a big deal out of it, then it's going to be a big deal. If we don't make a big deal out of it, it's not a big deal. But they are, and something about bridging the gap, we've learned that they are regular people, and they want our ideas. Companies have to innovate, and they want our ideas. And we as professional product developers know how to get those ideas in front of people.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting too? We also know that these companies are getting a lot of ideas from inventors, but they're not getting the right ideas. That's the problem here. They're not getting the right ideas, or maybe they're getting ideas that they can find on Google within minutes. So this program is all about communication, teaching us inventors what to do right, how to look at their website, how to look at their product line and come up with ideas that they really do need, and how these companies now are telling us, hey, this is what's required. We might need a sell sheet, a video, maybe a PPA, a provisional patent application, but there's a communication, so that bridging the gap, it's connecting now, and we're seeing more ideas get licensed. There it is, you guys.
There it is, you guys.
All right. Hey, Stephen Key here, Dana Knowles, all the way from the East Coast. I'm glad that you're here.
I know.
All right, stay tuned. Subscribe down below. We'll see you next time. This is Stephen Key and Dana Knowles.
Dana Knowles. Keep inventing.